All right, guys, let's get the ball rolling here at number 10, a 1985 Mongoose Expert. Back in the 80s, everybody had a Mongoose. This was probably one of the most popular bikes that you could think of back then. You know, this Expert has Pro Class bars on it, Pro Class seat, Pro Class sprocket, and Pro Class wheels, which most of the extras, when you get them from the store, they didn't come with the Pro Class stuff. They had the lower quality stuff, but, I had put all these parts on there because I had them laying around and I had to put them on the bike. So this is the bike they went on. It turned out pretty good. At number 9, 1984 Diamondback Viper. I mean, everybody remembers the Diamondbacks. These were cool. The Viper had this Viper particularly had the big diamond in the gusset in the front, which I mean you could see from a mile away. Had the big tall bars on it, which made it better for racing. This was a cool bike back in the 80s, of course. And at number 8, a 1984 Mongoose Californian. Much like the Expert, this one has all the Pro Class stuff all over it. Pro Class bars, Pro Class cranks, Pro Class wheels, Pro Class seat. This one had the Pro Class stem on there. You can't see under the pad, but yeah, this is a real nice California. Real nice. At number 7, a 1986 Redline 600C. These are for all the guys back in the 80s when they started stepping up their games after the Mongooses and Californians, and they wanted or the Mongoose and Diamondbacks, and they wanted to get a better bike and upgrade their racing. This is what they got. They got a Redline. They have different models, but the 600C was one of the nicer ones too. But this was the one out of my collection. This is the one that made the video. And at number 6, 1985 CW Racing Z2000. These are pretty cool bikes. You don't see too many of these up for sale anywhere anymore. And you always see the mustache bars, those big CW bars. I mean, back in the 80s, everybody would get those CW bars and put them on their GTs, Diamondbacks. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what kind of bike you had. Most everybody back then had those big, giant CW mustache bars. They were cool. At number 5, one of my personal favorites, 1985 GT Mach 1. This was a level under the Pro Series, but these are just so cool, man. These are really cool bikes, and this is when the Pro Series wasn't coming out with the mallet stems in the early 80s, and this is the first ones that they came out in the Mach 1s, the GT mallet stem, and just a beautiful bike. Chrome on this one's just gorgeous. It's all original, right down to the seat and the pads and everything. Great bike. And of course, at number 4, the GT Pro Series 1984 model. This one was the one that everybody wanted. This is the one that was sought after. This is the one that this year, I believe, was the first year they started stamping the frames. Before that, they weren't stamped. They were pretty much the exact identical frame. It just didn't have the stamp at the end of the bar on the back. But yeah, 84 GT Pro Series. It didn't get too much better than that one. Real nice bike. Okay, now we're on another level. Number 3, 1983 SC Racing Quad Angle. They still make these bikes today, but these old ones, oh, they are so sought after, hard to get a hold of. These things are just gorgeous. This one, we put Elf Blaster bars on there and a zip back Elf bar seat post on it, just to make it a little look to go with the rest of the frame. But some people love this frame design. Some people can't stand it. I'm in the middle. It's still a cool bike, very sought after. And at number 2, 1984 SC Racing PK Ripper. Back in the 80s, most bikes were either chromoly or 1020 steel or something. They were just regular metal, and they started making these aluminum bikes, and these guys started getting on these and winning races, and yeah, they made a name for themselves, man. I mean, they still make rippers today, big rippers and all the other ones, but yeah, this 84 SC Racing PK Ripper was shit back in the 80s, man. That was just shit. And of course, at number 1, a 1983 Japan made Kuwahara laser light. these were pretty much bulletproof, man. These people, Kuwahara, they were winning races left and right. They had all kinds of riders with them, and I mean these bikes came out. They were just lightweight, strong bikes. I mean bulletproof. The laser bars, the laser post, I mean, Ukai wheels, Lena seat. These bikes were just a formidable challenge to racers when they made the scene. And these things, I believe, Kuwahara still makes bikes to this day. I don't know if they're making laser lights or anything like that, but I mean, back in the day, if you had a Kuwahara laser light, yeah, you were the man right there. It didn't get much better than that. That's why this one made the top of the list. But these are my personal bikes, so these are videos that I've got that I put together to put a top 10 for you guys. I know there's higher quality bikes. There's better racing bikes from the 80s, like JMC, Cook Brothers. There's Hutch Pro Racers and stuff like that. I didn't have any of those in my collection, so I was able to have videos. I didn't want to piece together something from other people's stuff. I just wanted to be able to make a video with my own personal bikes that you can enjoy and look at. But yeah, I know there's really nicer bikes, nicer racing bikes from back in the 80s. I just didn't have them in my collection to put out here and put on my list. So this is what I was able to put out for you guys. If you think I was had something out of order, or you think there's a better bike on, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. I for one probably, if I had to pick a bike as far as the number one 80s racing bike, I'd probably go with the Pro Racer because I mean that's probably one of the top of the line bikes they had back then and would still be up to par today. But this is what was in my collection, so this is the list that I made. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Check out my other videos, my shorts. If you ever want to see me do a live build, I do those too. All right. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.